And welcome back. And we're moving into our final conversation for today. It's all about advocacy here on the set. And today we have a youth advocate joining us. And she started a group called Dare Teenage Girls. It's a support group for young girls online. And we have with us the founder of that group, Kia Lisani Pastor. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we appreciate you being here to tell us a bit about yourself and the work that you do. So let's just start off by finding out more about you, Kia. What's your background?
Well, I'm from Roaring Creek Village, and I'm 18 years old. I go to the University of Belize, and I just decided to write a post on Facebook about the issues that has been happening to the women in Belize.
Okay.
And I didn't expect to be here.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it to build a fire inside me to create my movement.
Okay, so let's start off with the post itself. Your response, it was a written response on your personal page regarding the latest incident, because there have been so many, of a young girl who was manipulated into having sex with an older man because she had sent him nudes.
Yeah.
So talk to me about what you had been paying attention to within the larger community and what prompted you to respond.
Well, it's been happening so often, and people have been making a joke out of it, but it's not really a joke. It's someone's lives, and these young girls are victims.
Yeah.
So it's really not funny. And I just felt compelled to write about it because I want to speak out to younger girls. I want to show them that you don't need to be vulnerable to any man.
Now, you're 18 years old, you're a university student. That's perhaps one of the greatest areas where a lot of these activities take place. Young women, young adults, I should say, that perhaps feel that they are comfortable enough in the decisions that they're making, whether it's to send nudes or even participating in some of the online actions that you see. How have you not taken the path that many of other young people are taking at this time?
Well, because I have my mother tries to guide me. But like most young girls, at one point in time, I didn't really listen to my mother.
Yeah.
And due to that, I had to pay the consequences. I had my own personal experience that left me really hurt. And I just tried to grow from those experiences. And that has me here today.
Yeah. Do you want to share a bit more about that personal experience?
It's nothing major, not about news or anything, but it was just more trying to get attention on social media and trying to put myself out there, and just at a young age being targeted. So
you were bullied online?
Well, I think everyone has been bullied online. But
well, what's the definition of bullying? I think, you know, let's take a step back. I had a conversation last week with a group of high school girls, and they spoke about their interactions on social media. And I think one of the things that really came to light is whereas older people look at the situation and we make assumptions, and we don't understand how important social media is in the lives of our young people. You grew up with it, you know, that's where most of your interactions take place. So when we say bullying, what are we talking about when we say bullying?
I don't think it's necessarily bullying, but it's more older guys and just guys in general targeting younger girls and trying to persuade them into doing sexual acts.
Okay. And how common is this?
It's almost everyone is a target.
Yeah.
Once you're between the ages of like 12 to 16, like you are being persuaded into doing these things.
Yeah. And as a young woman on Facebook, when you have these sexual advances made to you, whether in your inbox or in whatever fashion, what is the response? How do you respond to it?
Well, you first off start by saying, you will have respect for me. You will not speak to me in that tone, nor in that way. And from there, leave the conversation. Because it's not okay for someone to just outright make sexual comments to you about your body.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the idea of being online and getting some sort of attention has become very common. And, you know, I can't get into the psychology as to why young girls participate in some of the activities, but we can just look at the stuff that is public, which is the more photos you post, the sexier photos you post, that's what the young girl said last week, the more likes you get. Talk to me about what you have been advising young girls, and I know you have a very specific message about why they should be careful of what they put out online.
Well, because yes, you should be careful because you don't know people's true intentions. Although someone may come to you complimenting you or just being nice to you, you don't know if that's really what they're trying to do, just be genuinely nice to you. There are a lot of fake people on social media, and just because you see other people posting a certain type of pictures and getting attention, that doesn't mean that it's all good, you know, because behind closed doors there's so much more they have to deal with. You know, they're getting twice as much attacked. Although they're getting complimented, they're also getting attacked and drawing negative energy as well, not only from men but from female, you know. And although it may seem nice, the compliments, it's not something you want to deal with. It's not something you want to go through. So you should just take your time and value yourself, and don't try to grow up too fast and try to look more developed or more advanced on social media.
Yeah. Now, you're only 18. How did you come to this realization for yourself? You spoke of having your own experiences online. What has prompted you to kind of almost go against the grain with what all the young people are doing at this time?
Well, I was never one to try and post half-naked pictures or stuff like that on social media. Like, that wasn't me. But I just noticed the simple things that were happening to me. Even though I wasn't really posting the half-naked pictures, I would still get a certain type of reaction from the half-decent to me pictures that I've posted. So just imagine the more skin I showed, it would be twice as worse.
Yeah. And you're talking reactions like sexual advances in your inbox?
Yes.
Okay. And so you started to advocate, and like we said, you started with this post. What was the message that you sent out in the post? Let's recap that.
Okay. Well, I basically said that young females should be more precautious and really be smarter about the people they talk to and the people they choose to be around them, you know. And also, as older women, we should try our best to reach out and create a bond with the younger girls around us so that we can advise them, help them deal with these situations, and just be there for them.
Yeah. So you started Dear Teenage Girls. It's a support group online. Is this after you had put out that post that went viral?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I honestly didn't have plans to be an advocate, but I just, all the encouragement and all the support from everyone, like, I just really appreciate it, you know, and I just felt like, why stop here, you know. And although I just made the group and it's kind of still slow, I just really encourage everyone to join the group.
Yeah.
Join the group, speak in the group, share your thoughts, and just be encouraging. Like, we're not here to judge you, we're here to support you.
Yeah. So what was the response from the post that you shared? What were some of the stories? There's always the public comments, but then there's the stuff that people send you in your inbox that you realize you've either made an impact or struck a chord with someone.
Well, I didn't really get any negative backlash, but younger girls were just coming to me like saying, hey, this is so true, I went through this, and thank you so much for sharing that. And I was just like, no, thank you for being relatable, and I hope you take something from it and pass on the message to someone else, you know.
You know, in that same conversation last week, I was very surprised when we spoke about the situation of nudes and these girls who ranged from about 14 to 17, spoke about how commonplace the sharing of nudes is. And, you know, I gave them the chance to estimate how many, and they were saying anything from 7 to 9 out of 10 of girls their age are sharing nudes. And that every day they would have a new one circulating in their circles. Now, I'm sure you're aware of that. How have you been trying to share a message with young girls about not engaging in this practice? And especially at that age where nobody wants, teenagers don't like being told what to do and what not to do, and gravitate towards what they're told not to do. As a teenager yourself, how do you talk to other girls about why they should stop this practice?
Well, first off, I'm not your mother. Like,
you have no consequences to face with me.
Right. Like, I'm around your age, and I've been there. I've been through it, and I'm telling you, it's not something you want to get yourself caught up in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm advising you as a peer, not as an older adult trying to dictate your life. You know, I'm just trying to give you the best advice.
And what's that advice that you give them?
Respect yourself, and value yourself, and don't allow people to treat you a certain type of way. Like, although you may like this guy, or you may like the attention he's giving you, he's just one of the many you'll talk to. So don't just fall vulnerable to this one guy, because this is just the beginning. There'll be countless of guys after. So just be strong in who you are, and don't allow those soft words, those sweet words to allow you to fall victim.
Now, Kira, what is it about your own background that makes you take this particular approach? As I pointed out earlier, it's not what we understand to be the norm with many girls in our society these days. Is it parenting? Are you involved with the church? What has made Kira decide that not only will you help to teach other girls about respecting themselves, but also that you've adopted this position yourself?
Well, I do go to church, and my mom is all, she instills knowledge in me, she instills wisdom in me, and I'm just thankful that I finally started to listen to her. And it is true, you know, that God made us so fearfully wonderful, and we just really need to look at our body as a temple. You know, we need to really respect our body and just not allow it, just anyone to touch us, not allow anyone to see it, because it's so amazing, you know. Like, we just really need to be more confident people, and just really not allow the simple comments to allow us to fall short and to just give in. Is
there anything parents can do, you think, to help dissuade their young girls from getting engaged or falling into these traps?
Well, you just need to be real. Like, okay, if you are online, these are the things that will happen, and you just need to advise them on how to approach the situation, you know. And I think parents should monitor their kids' behavior on social media more often, whether they block you or not. You create a fake profile and you lurk on your children's page, like you need to do what you have to do to ensure that they're being smart online.
How bad is the problem of men asking for nudes, and who are the people? Are they people who you would be able to detect as perverts? I mean,
no, they're like average people. Like, there are so many guys who come across as, well, I have a job, I'm older, I'm very intelligent, and they post a lot of encouraging on Facebook. But although they're being so encouraging and still in your inbox, it's a completely different thing, you know. So you just really need to be careful, because it's anyone. I'm not saying like it's every single male on social media, but it's a very big variety of them.
And If you were to tell the young girls in Belize how to respond or what they should do, because as we pointed out, it's going to happen even if they don't have a half-naked photo on their social media. What's your advice to teenage girls about what they can do when something like this happens, once they've been asked or prompted?
Talk about it. You can just go to someone that you trust, that's older than you, and say, well, hey, I was approached in this kind of way and wasn't really sure what to do, so what should I do? And hopefully that person that you trust gives you good advice. And you should never be ashamed of what you're going through. You should always be open to speaking about it.
Yeah. And what do you hope to achieve with your support group, Dear Teenage Girls?
Honestly, I just want to inspire so many young girls to just be more confident, to just love themselves. Like literally love yourselves, value yourself. Like it's more than just, okay, well, I'm pretty, I love myself. It's more of, okay, I'll act a certain type of way. I won't engage myself in certain activities. I won't allow people to treat me a certain type of way. I'll remove myself from negative situations and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I love how you sign off in this message from a young woman building herself back up. And I think that is something that automatically connects with people because we've all been broken at some point. I think the opportunity that comes in being able to have a young women support group is definitely something necessary in your society. How do you ensure that the messages are that you send out are right? Do you talk with people to be able to get advice? Is it something you're hoping is going to be teen to teen, or is it open to all women?
It's open to all women. Like I want as much women as possible to join the group. Like don't be afraid to just post what you feel. Like let them know. And this one lady, Miss Lovett, she was just like, I'm a 50-year-old woman, I'll speak my truth. And she instantly, as I opened it, just shared her truth. And that was like, I really love that. And I just hope more women feel the need to join and don't be afraid to post.
Yeah.
And for younger girls, don't be afraid to comment, ask questions.
Yeah.
Just be active.
Now, Kira, you're a beautiful young woman, and I think that I'm sure that and there's so many beautiful young women in this country, beautiful women in this country, I should say. The attention that is oftentimes triggered by putting yourself out online, the need to post every single day something of the perfect angle so you get whatever likes and comments you can get, is very addictive. Studies are now showing how likes can contribute to building self-confidence, and that's part of what's happening with our young people now. And it's like a reward mechanism. How do you counter that in this generation? How do you teach them that you don't have to be continuously putting yourself out there and not respecting your body or respecting yourself for the likes?
Well, social media is really addicting. Yeah. Like, it's true. But the thing is, you need to know that it's just social media. Like, people literally comment on my pictures and walk past me like they don't even know me. Like, you need to realize that, okay, well, this is social media, and then there's reality. You can't just believe that the people that are coming to you, complimenting you, liking your pictures are your friends, because they don't always have genuine or good intentions.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. So separating the online world from the real world. But a lot of young people have trouble doing that.
Yeah.
And so they continue trying to get that attention online. And I love when you talk about loving yourself. What's a message you can give any young person watching today about not seeking validation online, but being able to get it for themselves?
Well, I believe that you just need to look at yourself and see the flaws on you. See how you are shaped, how your weird personality. You just need to look at it, really like give yourself an evaluation and say, okay, this is what's not perfect about me, and that's okay because I'm still me and I'm beautiful. Honestly, the more authentic you are, the more beautiful you are.
Right.
That's something I've noticed. So just stay true to you, and the more you'll just blossom.
Fantastic. All right. Any final advice to young women out there?
Listen to your parents. Literally, listen to they've been there. They've been through these little guys wanting to come with me, come and do this. They've been through all of that. So when your parents advise you, it's really important for you to listen. And also just don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to ask advice from older women, and lean on God, because He's looking out for you, and just thank Him for life. Ask Him to give you wisdom, knowledge, ask Him to guide you and make right decisions, and He'll deliver.
I thoroughly enjoy having this conversation with you. You are a great example of how young people in our society are not as we generalize them to be. And while I don't think that many of our girls are engaging in these behaviors, understanding the consequences, it's great to know that there are advocates like yourself and other women who want to join the group who can help to provide the right guidance, because that's what they need. And love yourself, as you pointed out, just as you are.
Yes.
All right. Kira, thank you so much. That Facebook page, once again, or the support group, once again, is Dear Teenage Girls.
Yes, Dear Teenage Girls. It's a group, not a page, but just ask to join, and you'll definitely be accepted.
All right. Fantastic. Do check it out. It's on Facebook. We got to go ahead and take that final break now, and when we come back, we'll have our wrap-up, so stay tuned.